Buddy, my name is Alicia. Welcome to the 2000 Core English Words and Phrases video series. Each lesson will help you learn new words, practice, and review what you've learned. Okay, let's get started. First is waste. 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 The waste with this spelling, different from the trash spelling of waste, refers to a body part. The waist of the body is the thinnest part of the body. So it's usually right around here, usually about where, for women, like their shirt might meet their trousers or their skirt. It's generally right around the midsection, the thinnest part of the body. Here's an example. The woman is measuring her waist. The woman is measuring her waist. The woman is measuring her waist. Kneecap. 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 Your kneecap is the top of your knee. So your knee is the part where the top of your leg and the bottom part of your leg meet. There's a small cap-like bone on top of this that protects it. Here's an example. The kneecap protects the joint and tendons of the knee. The kneecap protects the joint and tendons of the knee. The kneecap protects the joint and tendons of the knee. Groin. 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 The groin is a general area of the body. It refers to everything between people's legs. We use this word for both men and for women. So we use this when we need to talk about like an injury, for example, and in other situations too. It tends to sound a little more scientific. Here's an example. He pulled his groin muscle during the match. He pulled his groin muscle during the match. He pulled his groin muscle during the match. Achilles heel. Achilles heel. Achilles heel. The Achilles heel is a piece of tendon, so a connecting fiber that attaches from your heel on your foot to the other parts of your leg. So this is a very, very important thing that we need to walk. Here's an example. The Achilles heel refers to the tendon going from the heel to the ankle. The Achilles heel refers to the tendon going from the heel to the ankle. The Achilles heel refers to the tendon going from the heel to the ankle. Forearm. 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 Your forearm is this part of your arm. It's like the part of your arm that goes before you first. Maybe that's a helpful way to remember it. When you put your hand out, it's the part of your arm that goes out first, not the upper part of your arm. Here's an example. I have a heart tattooed on my forearm just above the wrist. I have a heart tattooed on my forearm just above the wrist. I have a heart tattooed on my forearm just above the wrist. Thumb. 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 Your thumb is this part of your body. It is only this one. So we use the word thumb only for this digit, this part of your hand, on left hand and on right hand. Here's an example. Without the thumb, we couldn't grasp anything. Without the thumb, we couldn't grasp anything. Without the thumb, we couldn't grasp anything. Pinky. 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 The pinky is the last finger on your hand, the little one here at the end. You might see this spelled P-I-N-K-I-E, or you might also see it spelled P-I-N-K-Y. Depends a little bit on the person. So your pinky is your little finger. Here's an example. The pinky is the smallest finger on the human hand. The pinky is the smallest finger on the human hand. The pinky is the smallest finger on the human hand. Middle finger. Middle finger. Middle finger. The middle finger is the finger that is in the middle on your hand. So there are 2 digits or 2 fingers on both sides of your middle finger. It's often the longest finger. Here's an example. The middle finger is generally the longest finger on the human hand. The middle finger is generally the longest finger on the human hand. The middle finger is generally the longest finger on the human hand. Index finger. Index finger. Index finger. Your index finger is the finger between your thumb and your middle finger. This is your index finger here. Some people also call it your pointer finger. Here's an example. The index finger is often called the pointer. The index finger is often called the pointer. The index finger is often called the pointer. Ring finger. Ring finger. Ring finger. Your ring finger is the 4th finger on your hand. It's the one between your middle finger and your pinky. We call it the ring finger because this is the finger that we put our wedding rings on. Here's an example. The ring finger sits between the pinky and the middle finger. The ring finger sits between the pinky and the middle finger. The ring finger sits between the pinky and the middle finger. Let's review. I'm going to describe a word or phrase in English. See if you can remember it. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how to say the word that refers to the smallest part of the torso, usually right here? Waist. Waist. And how to say the protective cover for the knee? Kneecap. Kneecap. What about the word we use to talk about the muscles that are between the legs? Groin. Groin. Do you remember the name for the tendon that connects your heel to your ankle? Achilles heel. Achilles heel. Let's try the word for this part of your arm. Forearm. Forearm. What about the word for this finger? Thumb. Thumb. Now, let's see if you remember how to say this finger, the last one, the smallest finger. Pinky. Pinky. Another one. What about the word for the longest finger on your hand? Middle finger. Middle finger. Do you remember how to say the second finger on your hand between your thumb and your middle finger? Index finger. Index finger. And finally, do you remember how to say the 4th finger on your hand? Ring finger. Ring finger. Well done! See you next time.